Hey guys, Michael Stillwell here from Stillwell Pianos in Mesa, Arizona, and we're going to do things a little different today. So Giovanni, who's been playing piano for us for a while, is unavailable today, and this is the day we scheduled to film all these pianos. It's actually my birthday as well, and I figured, you know what, screw it, I'll talk about the pianos. I know about these pianos anyways, and I can kind of play piano a little bit. I'm not going to be as good as the other guys, especially Nicole Pesci, who, by the way, isn't here because she took a job in California. She's now back in Arizona, but she's completely booked with concerts here, and we really are happy for her, but we're also really pissed that she's not playing here. I wish she was playing here. And hopefully we'll get her back soon, but she's just really booked out right now. So, back to the piano. This piano is a 1908 6'4" hand-built American Knabe. Now, if you've watched our channel, you know that I talk about Mason and Hamlin a lot. Those are my favorite pianos. Knabe would definitely be my second favorite because these things are badass muscle car of pianos. I always relate these things to like a Ford Mustang, like hot rodded, because they have so much power. These particular ones that I really, really like are these big, huge 6'4" ones. They have this big boxed bell in the back, meaning that the soundboard or the piano in the back is more of a box shape as opposed to a really round shape, which gives it more square inches for the soundboard, which gives a lot more power. Also, as a piano technician, I really like the fact that these plates are almost full circumference all the way around the piano. It's not completely, but there is this extra bar, which just gives our tuning stability a lot more strength. So when we got this piano in, I don't know what happened to it, but somebody tried to rebuild it about 10 years ago, and they sucked at rebuilding pianos. They shouldn't be rebuilding pianos because they had the hammer rail jacked up with shims. Luckily, we were able to save the hammer shanks and flanges. Those were all in really good condition, and all they did was raise the rail, so those are totally fine. And probably because they did such a bad job, nobody played the piano, so the hammers are in really good shape. They're practically brand new. But we did have to replace all the whippings underneath. And when we did that, we had to do a ton of regulation. We also wanted to drop that hammer rail down. And I'm going to pull the action and show you what I'm talking about later. But it did take probably, I think we were in this about 30 hours just on regulating the action alone, not even rebuilding it. And that was because of the work of the previous technician. But what came out of that is a super, super dialed in action. So much so that earlier I was saying how we relate this to muscle cars, like these big, powerful pianos that just have the second you step on the gas, just power right there. But if you're shopping for a piano, and if you've taken our online free piano shopping course, you know that the first thing you want to do when you sit down at a piano you're testing out is try to see how soft you can play. And a lot of times on pianos that are described as muscle cars or beefy, kind of in-your-face, powerful pianos, it's really hard to play soft. So, because this piano has been dialed in so well, and we've done so much work to this, unexpected work by the way, it turned out really, really well, and we're able to play really, really soft. So I'm going to play a little bit here. First, I'm going to play kind of just normal pressure. I'm not banging on the piano at all, but you'll see that this thing just has tons of power. So right there already, it's just power right there. But I'm able to play really soft and sweet as well, especially up here in the treble. Right there alone, I can play very, very soft and sweet. Up here, the treble is so clean. I love Knabes for this. Up here in this treble and these Knabes, they're just like glass. It's so pure and so clean. So now I'm going to give a little bit of power down here in the bass and show you how this thing can really kick. This is like the part of the car commercial when the guy just slams on the gas and shoots down the highway. But this is what this thing can do, and this is why I love rebuilding these Knabes. So just tons and tons of power to this piano, but as you can see, you can go right from that to just playing super soft and sweet, both in the treble and the bass. This thing's awesome. Let me pull the action and show you what we got going on inside. All right, so now I got the action out and I can show you what's going on the inside. So when I was referring to the action rail or the hammer rail being jacked up, this is the hammer rail right here. And some guy had a bunch of shims in there raising this, which kind of like messed up everything else because the whip-ins weren't able, the jacks were barely touching these hammer knuckles right here, and there's this whole issue. So we brought these back down. We also kind of rebuilt these let-off button rails. So we've had to attach them this way, which allowed us to do a lot more fine regulation. Again, I don't know what the heck happened with this other guy, but he wasn't doing a great job. These are the new parts. These are whip-ins. So this is kind of the motor of the piano, and we replaced all of these because the ones that were on there honestly were the wrong size. Again, I don't know what this guy was doing, but they were the wrong size, and the heels weren't even barely touching the capstans on the bottom underneath here on the end of the key stick. So it just wasn't, honestly, what happens when you do that is you use so much power. The thing just doesn't sound, it doesn't kick. I mean, these Knabes, like I said, they're supposed to have tons of power, and it was just kind of a weak sounding piano. So we redid all of this. All this white stuff, we actually rebushed all these key sticks on the balance rail and the front rail. This white stuff is called TFL, it's Teflon powder. It makes it's like a lubricant. Like I said, we're able to save these hammers. There's a ton of meat left on them. I don't think this piano was played very much after this guy worked on it. So we were able to save all of these, which turned out to be an awesome blessing because it's not exactly easy getting action parts right now. So now that you've seen the inside of the piano and I've played it a little bit, guys, if you have any questions about this particular piano or any other piano on our website, always feel free to shoot me an email at michael@stillwellpianos.com. Thanks for watching, guys.